Oh, there we go. Um, hey, this is cool. Okay, I was just getting everything together here, like organized and stuff, you know what I mean? Here we go. Oh, wait. I gotta hash this thing up. Oh, I gotta hash this thing up. Just a minute. Let me see. There, okay. I had to hash up my telephone because my telephone was talking at a different speed than I was. I was talking in high speed and my telephone was talking in slow speed. So, hi, you guys. Boy, it has been an interesting week. Let's see who's all in here. Susan Hill, she was in here at 8:46 already. She was fast. Beadletick was here early, and Anne is here. And oh gosh, I try and move my phone with no, Susan, you're fine. You're not screwed up. Okay.
Is this your or Darling Jeffries?
It's Jeffrey's. It's me and Jeffrey's both. But
Okay.
Jeffrey brought it by the bed so he could have water. Me and him both need water at night. Okay. So yeah, I can't do anything with the mouse. Will not do anything with my phone. Okay, so let me move this mouse just right out of my way so I won't try to put it there in the mouse trap. Okay, there. All right. It says there's 22 viewers. Well, son of a gun. That's great. All right, now let me tell you what I have planned. Um, this morning I had nothing planned. Then I started thinking, well, what shall I do? And and about 87 and 11, 70, 11. Yeah, if you count them right, 70, 11 things came to mind. And so I ended up with these here pens. These pens don't work. This one seems to have ink in it, but not. This is a regular jelly roll. I can't get it to write either. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't tear this one apart just in case somebody knows a way of making these right when they're stopped up. But see, it's like stopped up and I can't get it to write. Like it'll write a little bit and then it won't. Enough to drive a person bananas. And so now see, I don't have any hmm. I don't my chat isn't moving on my telephone. I wonder how you would refresh your telephone. Hello, hello. Okay, but anyway, I'll wait on this one because somebody might have a trick that they know how you can get them to start writing after they quit writing. See this here? This is a long boho bead. This is a boho bead that is made by using the empty barrel of an ink pen. I wonder why I'm still having a little bit of curiousness as to why the chat is like frozen. Maybe there just isn't anybody talking. That might be it. Maybe people, if it says live chat, doesn't say dead chat. Huh. Says there's 33 people watching, but it doesn't show the chat moving. Well, maybe somebody's just not chatting. Okay, that's all right. I'll just um I'll just carry on. I'll just carry on. So I'm always carrying on about something. But I've always said, we have these when these pens quit working, when they run out of ink, it's like, what do you do with them? Because throwing them in the garbage just seems like such a waste because we don't like to throw things away. So I decided, now somebody might have decided this before me, but I just decided it recently. That now see, it looks like there's ink in there, but that won't write. It doesn't write for nothing. It won't even write. Where are my scissors? Okay. So for one thing we can do is we can cut. Can't do anything with the ink part that I know of, unless I glue them all onto a piece of paper. I wonder if I could use them as embellishments on my on like a ATC card or something. I'll set that aside. I won't throw that away quite yet, because you know, you just never know. Okay, and now where did I pull that out of? I pulled that out of a. Am I losing my ever loving mind? Okay, and so then, okay, now it just looks like I'm not. I don't think I'm getting. I got to do something with my telephone, you guys. Guys, because my phone is not picking up the chat like it should be. And I told it to. I told it to pick up the chat, but it's not. It's not. It's like stuck. It's like stuck. So I'm gonna. This user's message will be hidden. Why? Why would anything be hidden? Don't you be hiding nothing from me. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I don't see a reset button on here, or a. Now it says there's. Okay, something's not right because it says now there's 5 watching, but on the computer it says there's 35 watching. Okay, you have to excuse me a moment because I'm having, what do you call this? I'm having electric problems. No, that's not what it is. Oh, okay, let's see. Go like this, go like this. Oh, Beetle Chick was hidden by Elizabeth Brewer. No way. I did not hide you. Okay, wait a minute here. How in the world would I have hidden Beetle Chick by, no way. How did that happen? Why did she hide your message? Ugh. Oh, wait a minute, Beetle Chick. I love you, darling. Do not think I hid your message. I touched something on this phone, maybe. But wait a minute. Let me see if I can untouch it or something. I did not touch. And here it says Beetle Chick was hidden by Elizabeth Brewer. And I did not do it. I mean, if I did it, I sure didn't do it. Oh, man, that's horrible. That is horrible. Now, see, now I'm seeing everybody here. Oh, okay. Now let me see. I'm seeing everybody now. I see Susan Hill, Lynn Wright, and I see Dee Kirby, Jamie Parody, Aaron Morrison. Hi. Oh my goodness. Sherry Miller, Laura Vasquez, Ann Osborne, Mish Thackeray, Vicky Ross, Crafted Seasons, Monica Poole. Hi, Monica. I tried to find you on Facebook so um, I could friend request you, but I can't find you. Okay, Ann Osborne and let's see. Yes, Monica, you did. I got your card from Blue Mountain. So beautiful. And then I send you a card back. So you should have got a card back. And Lorraine Chubb, hi, darling. I'm so glad we got our truck fixed. Our truck was broke. I thought I was not going to be able to come see you when you get here, but now our truck is fixed. So we're happy, but we got to get a spare tire. And turtle creativity. Is that somebody new? Hello, turtle. Oh man, how can I unhide? Does anybody know how I can unhide somebody that? Hi, Gloria Adams. Oh, Beetle Chick was unhidden by Dye Kirby. Thank you, Dye. Oh my goodness. Now I feel better now. Thank you. You unhid her. Thank you so much. Melissa Abramson, thank you. I mean, hello, darling. Oh, I'm still thanking for, yes. I don't know. See, I put, when I go to make the video, it says, what time are you going to start? And I put in 9 p.m. But then it goes right. I guess it starts right away and it looks like I'm not doing nothing. Hi, Lisa Brannon and Diane. Oh my goodness. And there's, let's see who else. Susan Ernst. Very good. Very good. All my just, oh, there's Beetle Chick. Oh, I don't know what I touched, Beetle Chick, but I did sure not mean to. Yes, Gail, I had a wonderful birthday, and Gail, thank you for your card. I love that card. Gosh, it must have took you forever to do that, drawing and coloring. My goodness. Okay, now I'll put my phone back up here in this holding thing. And report message. No, cancel. I don't want to report nothing. So anyway, thank you so much for that card. That was so beautiful. Now, today is my daughter's birthday. But she's not here. One of my youngest daughters. She's up in Tallahassee because she's doing nursing for, she's a traveling nurse, and so she's hi Janie. Oh, there's Janie. She's a traveling nurse. She is in Tallahassee for 2 weeks, which is so cool because she doesn't usually travel far. She usually travels where she can commute every day. But she went to Tallahassee for 2 weeks because they need nurses up there terribly, and because of the storm. And so, and all she does is works and sleeps. So she works 12 hours, sleeps 12 hours. Well, she doesn't sleep the whole 12 hours, but and sometimes she works like 14 hours, but she says she doesn't have anything else to do but sleep, so she may as well. So anyhow, and so today is her birthday. This is the first year I've never been with her on her birthday. We're always together on birthdays. My hands look weird. Well, my hands are weird. But yeah, so she's having a good time. But we have Jeffrey then. He's 10, my grandson. He's 10. And he's here and we're getting him back and forth to school. And I'm doing all this like parenting thing. Well, my other daughter gets him to school. But we have him through the night and do all the homework and stuff. And then my daughter she's like the bus driver. She gets him to and from school. So anyhow, so we're almost done with the first week. And then we got another week to go. So that'll be fun. So anyhow, what I was doing is I'm taking these pens apart. I have thrown a lot of pens away, once they quit running. But even this the metal tip on there, I'm saving these tips because these tips, the metal tips that just screw on, they make bead caps. And so they make wonderful bead caps. So, oops, what did I drop on the floor? Oh, the pen. Oh, and then some of these pens have this little like a rubber thing on them. Look at how colorful those are. Wonder what we can do with them. And so, but we just take them. I'm not sure about the lids either, but I know the metal bead cap there. And then they have this little end in the top. I don't know. To get them out, sometimes I crunch them, so I've been throwing them away. But yeah, like that one just broke trying to get it out of there. Well, I just broke the top off, but that doesn't matter because as long as my wire will fit through. That's all that matters. And then I go just above where the ink is here, and I cut that. And now then the rest of this, it's a tube, and that'll make a good starting for a boho bead too. And let's see, did I? Oh, Lisa Jane. Hi, Lisa. Oh, goodness me. Um, I have a, oh, let me think. I can't start now till I think of the name. I can't think of the name right now. Oh, gosh. No, can't think of the name. Ooh, that broke on that end, but that's okay. It'll still work just fine. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tubes. I just got to get this one out of here, out of here. But you know, we try to reuse and recycle most everything. We don't like to throw anything in the rubbish, and then we don't like to spend our hard-earned money on buying. Oh no, what happened, Susan Ernst? What the heck is Lizzie doing? Tearing apart these pans? I am tearing apart these pans. It's fine, Susan. Whatever it is, Susan, it must be something sad. I didn't catch it. But whatever it is, prayers for your comfort, darling. So sorry for your loss. Oh, you lost somebody. Oh. I have a friend who lives in Kentucky. She's a online crafty friend, and her dear husband, Bob, is her husband. Why can't I think of her name? I think of her husband. Well, he was in a terrible accident. I'm assuming it was a car accident. And he's in ICU, and he's got bleeding on the brain, and so she's asking for prayers. So just his name is Bob. So if you just remember Bob, who's up in Kentucky, and he's got bleeding on the brain, and so that is such a bad thing. It's just not good at all. And so, why am I not thinking of her name? Okay, so now I have 4 tubes here ready to make beads. Now, what I always do first on mine, not necessary, but I do it, is I tape them. Oh gosh. Oh no. I just seen where you wrote SIDS. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, oh, where I'm going back because I'm trying to see. Okay, all I see is that I see where she wrote SIDS, which is a sudden infant death syndrome. And that oh my gosh, that is sad. Okay, I am making a long boho bead. What's fun about making a long one is you have so much more space on it to decorate it. And so what I always do first is I wrap it with tape. Any kind of tape. I've used painter's tape, adhesive tape, and I just this is some medical tape here that I have. And so I'm just kind of, first I just cover the tube with the tape or whatever I'm using. I use tape first. And I don't know why, I just do. It seems to me actually though that the tape sticks to the pen or whatever I'm using, and it sticks good. And then I use a little hot glue, and where the hot glue sticks actually better to the tape than it does if I glue it right straight to the plastic on the pen roll, pen tube. So yes, Gail, these are going to be beads. Long beads. Here's one that I did earlier. And it's a long one, which is kind of neat for the, if you're going to just put one bead down the end of your journal, if you're going to use it for a bookmark, and you can clip it on this one here. I have a lobster clasp at the top, and then I put a piece of ribbon because hanging it from, I want to hang this from the rear view mirror of our truck. My husband might not let me. He might see that it's getting in his way. And at the bottom, I put a unicorn and then another beautiful, beautiful bead here at the bottom. But I have it wrapped with many different things. And because it's long, you can really wrap it with a lot of different things to make it an art project, a real art project, because you can put so much on it. And I like that idea. And so, and everything shows a little bit more when you have a long one like that. So these ones are as long as the ink pen. Okay, and what was I doing? Oh, I was doing this. My Lord. Oh, Tanya Smith. Hi, girlfriend. That would be nice just to do that to a pen that writes. Oh, yeah, you're right. But the thing is, doing, for me anyway, I run a piece of wire through the pen. So, but you could decorate a pen that already writes. You sure could. I've seen some really pretty pens in our doctor's office, because in doctor's offices, people will walk away with the pens, so they'll take the pen and they'll put a big old flower on the end or something. And, oh, they're pretty. I watched the news a little while this evening. I don't ever watch the news. I'm just not a news watcher, but because I get, it depresses me. It really depresses me. And so, but for some reason I put on the news and was reminded as to why I don't watch the news, because it's so depressing. But so many bad things. Now I'm hearing about bombs being sent to people and threats and stuff. I go, holy smoke. Well, I'm not sending the bombs, so there's nothing I can do about whoever is sending them. So I'm using this. These are, if you remember, I got these from Sybil Gebhardt. She sent these to me. These are clothes pegs that she made into a little dolly and a little angel. She's got the face, the hair, everything, and then wrapped around for the dress is where she wrapped around the sari ribbon. That she actually got it from a place that makes the saris, and these were the waist or the scraps, and she sent me a bunch. And so I've been using it on a lot of things. One day I want to make, because I was just sent some of these clothes pegs, and I want to make some of these on my own, and they're so pretty. I'll use these as to copy from, so I'll have that. But some of them that she sent are on a popsicle stick, and she used the popsicle stick and she painted it and she added decoratives at the top. But on each one she has written a quote. This one, it says, "My mistakes help me learn and grow." And so I think that is so neat that she has wrote the one with the popsicle stick. She's got a quote written on each one of them. And I think that's wonderful. She is such a sweet lady. And so here's some pretty green. And so I'll use what I need, and then I'm going to wrap it back on there. So what I do is I just start by adding, I put a little bit of hot glue there to get that started, to get it stuck for the start. Stuck for the start. And yes, it's a scary world, Susan. It is. Yep, it is. I know, just so much going on. And, I feel like I'd like to fix it, but there's nothing I know to do to fix it except just continue to pray. I do believe in the power of prayer, and so I continue. Okay, so now I have that glued right on there. Okay, so okay, so that's glued on there, and then I'm going to take this and wrap it back around my stick. I always have to pull them all the way off because I want to read it, because I want to read what she wrote on there, because she always writes something really, really good. So yes, my birthday was the day before yesterday. Yesterday was my mother's birthday. She celebrated in heaven. And today is my daughter's birthday. We, three of us, right in a row. My other daughter, another daughter, birthday was on the 16th. So, I mean, we just October birthdays, and then my brother is on the 30th. We just got lots of birthdays. And my friend, I got a friend married, and two of her children, two of Mary's friends, one of them has a birthday the same day as mine, and another one of her daughters is got the birthday today, same day as Jennifer's. And so our whole street, and then the lady and the gentleman who are now in heaven that lived across the street for so long, they had their birthdays also on the 20. Their anniversary is 22nd, birthdays 24th and 25th, 23rd and 24th. I mean, there for a while, we used to have a street birthday party. Oops, what I do with my pin? I didn't know. Oh, here. Okay. So, and do you know what I got for my birthday? Yes, I don't watch TV. Between the news and the TV programs, everything is too depressing, Gloria. Yes. And yeah, Gail, I know it's, we used to have our three birthdays all together, and it was always great. Although Jennifer, my daughter, told me years later, she goes, "I always wished for my own birthday." And I didn't know that. See, you should have told me. But yeah. So, and then like my granddaughter, she was born on the 22nd of December. So it's right before Christmas. And sometimes when you got to kind of share a birthday with a holiday, yeah, it's kind of cool. Yes, a game box thingy, Susan Hill. That's what I got for my birthday. My kids went together and bought me a Nintendo Classic. So it has got all the games from the 80s, like Mario Kart and Dr. Mario, Pac-Man. I've been going nuts with Pac-Man, trying to get through level 1. I'll get it. Maybe I'll play it a little bit before I go to bed tonight, see if I can get through level 1 on Pac-Man. Isn't that funny? That's what they got me, but that's what I told him I wanted, because Jeffrey had one, and I'd always play it over at his house. So they got me my very own Pac-Man. I mean, my very own Nintendo Classic. It's got 30 games on that doggone sucker. Yeah, I'm happy. Oh, you and your hubby have your birthdays exactly 14 days apart. Yes. Oh my goodness, that's funny, Susan. He was mad. Okay, so now there we go. I have cloth covered those two. Then, okay, what did it say on this one? This one said, I am perfect, just the way I am. And that is wonderful. That's wonderful. Now that one I've used all that fabric on that one, so I will I already made that color one. I have to get, oh, I'm gonna make this purple one. Now this one's on a little closed peg. Isn't this pretty? That is pretty. And see how it's frayed? It's really nice and frayed, and all them threads are on there. That is part of the beauty of that. Part of the beauty. My Jeffrey got a Happy Mail today. He was so excited. He goes, I have Happy Mail. And he did, because one of my dear subscribers sent him a Happy Mail. It's a pumpkin kit. And so it's a pumpkin kit. She had it for a cloth pumpkin, and she had it sewn down the seam, and then also a running stitch around the top of the pumpkin and the bottom. So she told him to fill it with plastic grocery bags, white plastic grocery bags, and then pull the strings at the top and the bottom. And then she wrote all the directions on how to get it into the shape of the pumpkin with a thread. And I've got big old long needles he'll be able to use for that. And she sent the leaves to go at the top of it and the instructions on how he can make the stem. And so we're going to do that tomorrow after school. We didn't have time today, but he'll do that tomorrow after school. And so he'll have that beautiful pumpkin. And let's see, I'm going to wrap. Now here, this is sari ribbon that I got sent to me by, let's see, let's make this color. No, not that color, this color. By a dear one in Nikki over in the UK. She sent me a nice bundle of sari ribbon, which I think that sari ribbon is nice. It's made out of, some of it is, some of it is pure silk. The saris that they make is pure silk. That's the ceremonial saris, like if it's for a wedding or something, some kind of a ceremonial sari, there is usually made out of pure silk. And this piece right here does feel like silk. I mean, they do go out into the, I'm not real good about, um, I'm not real good about figuring out unless there's a tag on it. This feels like silk, but they go out into the wilderness in these countries and they actually harvest the silk, and they harvest the silk and they dye it and make the fabrics for the saris, which I think is just absolutely wonderful. And so, but then for everyday saris, they use a lot of polyesters and stuff, but it always is this feeling, silky feeling, so that they are very flowy, very, very flowy. They don't use just like cotton or wool or anything like that. Enjoy your dinner, Susan Hill. Um, yeah, Susan Hill is 3 hours late, so it's only like 6:30 at her house. So there, see, I've got 4 of them covered now, And so then what I like to do after I do that part, then I start doing the artistic part, so that's just the beginning right there. And then I like to take any kind of fibers. This one here is very pretty. And I have gotten a lot of different fibers in Happy Mail that I use. But if you don't have fibers, if you've got a Tuesday morning around your area, that's where I have found some very pretty yarns. And that's where you get these, is you go into the yarn department and you pick some really nice yarns. And we call this one here eyelash trim. It's a yarn that that needle workers like to use to make scarves. And oh, then I look up at there and it said taco salad. No, they can't make taco salad. I guess Susan's having taco salad for dinner. That sounds good. And taco salad's pretty healthy. I'm on this health duty. I'm doing this healthy eating thing. It's not real fun when you're used to not eating healthy. And so, but it's all good. It's all good. Salad is good. I like salad. I like lettuce. I like eating leaves. No big deal. Your Tuesday morning has nothing, Irma? Oh, Gail, actually, I'm doing really well. I'm doing really well with my diet. It's I don't really call it a diet. I call it a healthy eating plan. I just changed my ways of eating. But there's a lot of things that I really like that are good for me. And so I'm just basically cutting out the sweets. Now, see, because I'm a diabetic and I don't pay attention to that, and I figured, well, I feel good, so whatever. And I shouldn't do that. I know I shouldn't do that. So, but because I want to live a little bit longer, I decided, yeah, I do believe I need to start eating better, and that's what I'm doing. And it's not bad. It's not bad at all. So this is really something. This yarn is really fuzzy. And your dad lives in Tennessee with my evil sister. Oh, you got one of those too? Yeah. So, yep. I'm eating better. The old doc doubled I don't take insulin. I just take a medication. And he doubled it because of my numbers or whatever. I don't know. So, but I know I can change that with diet. I know I can. So, and maybe I'll get off the medication completely. You never know. I can try. And I want to live. I don't want to die. Dying is not it's not written in my schedule anywhere. Lisa has a broke back. Grinning Ferret has an evil sister with not an evil identical twin. Is your sister your twin? Oh. And me and my sister are kind of we don't see eye to eye. I guess we haven't for the last 15 years or something. But I still love her. I do. I still love her. And she's got her ways, and I have mine. And she lives far away, and I don't. One of those things. But I have a lot of family that are not evil. No, my sister's not evil. I can't say she's evil. Where did I? Oh, there it is. Oh, your sisters are identical twins. You're not a twin. Okay. You're supposed to have major surgery, I'm supposed to have major surgery next month, but I'm not going to. Well, is it something that will save your life, Lisa? Because if it is, you might want to. But if it's not any life or death thing, then you got a choice. Oh, back problems are horrible. I have a little bit of back problems, not really, really bad, but it makes me really appreciate that it's not really bad because I know of people that have serious back problems, and I hope I'm hoping I'm keeping in. Oh, I just seen that Pink Poodle is going live in 30 minutes, making a journal with special guest Kathy. Oh, okay. She's got Kathy visiting her right now. Maybe she'll still be on when I get off and I can go watch them for a little while. I'm not sure. I go to the doctor early in the month before that, so I'll know exactly then. Yes. Hi, Lorena. It's good to see you here. Oh, you have a stepsister from, all families, I believe, have something. I think if any family says they have absolutely no problems in their family tree, I think that they're probably lying. But or I mean, yeah, I have a lot of interest in my family tree. Our family tree is a weeping willow. But high speech fairies. Ah, but yeah, our family tree is a weeping willow. But I have to say, I love my family, even with all of our, even with all of our faults. Yeah, I don't think there's a perfect family out there. I don't think so. Now, hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully there are many perfect families. I am not staying in. I need to stay right here. You know what this one here is, this green fuzzy fiber is makes me think of my um gnomes. I started painting a little wooden house that's going to be my um bohemian house. Maybe I'll work on that next Thursday on my live stream, my live stream. I have these kind of beads that are just strung already. You can use those kind of beads. They have them in all different colors. I have them in all different colors. And but those are fun. Just glue them on one end and then just start wrapping it. But whatever, you can wrap and wrap and wrap and just spiral down. And they each turn out so different, and they're fun to do. They're just fun to do. My sister, age 60, just had major back surgery. Her spine was all messed up. So far, so good. Hopefully, the surgery helps in the long run. It's only been about 3 weeks since her surgery. Oh, hopefully, it all works out. My late husband had, well, he was in, actually, they think he had a heart attack while he was driving, and he crashed his truck into a tree, and they think what happened was that he just stiffened completely, and so when he hit the tree, because his body was stiff, they think that he just compressed that all the vertebrae and they just crumbled. What they did for him was they took out a rib. They took out um they took out a rib and they used that rib as like a splint on his back. Although he had to be a month down in the hospital because they had to keep him totally still. Totally still. But that worked. It worked. He was able to move around again, and they fixed him. They fixed him. At the time, it was beautiful. But yeah, they used his own rib. And so I'm working on 4 of these all at one time. You know, sometimes I do that. I start working on something and I do it like oh, they used bone from your hip. So I guess if they can use um I guess they can use any bone. Yeah. Yes, my dear he had a lot of, I mean, he had, yeah, he had some problems. Lacey's heart, I miss him still. I miss him still, even though it's been since 97. You know, when I miss him so much, it's like when the grandchildren, now see, my grandchildren now know Richard is their grandpa. That's his, because Richard and I have been together 20 years. And so my baby little grandchildren, they know Richard is their grandpa, but you know, Grandpa Ernie that they never really knew. So I miss him when like I think, oh gosh, if he could just see his granddaughter now, if he could just see, you know, how well his daughter is doing, if he could just been there when his son graduated high school, you know, all that stuff. That's when I really miss him. And I'm so lucky I have Richard now because he's so he's like he lets me miss him. You know, that doesn't make much sense, does it? But he encourages me to talk and reminisce and remember, and I think that's wonderful. So now I've got some really narrow. So far, I've put the sari ribbon on there, I've put fiber on there, and I've put some plastic bead string on them. Okay, so now I've got a little bit of, see, now that's silver, but I'm going to put gold. This is very narrow rickrack. So I'm going to put some of that on each one of these. Now see, when I make these, I'm making these 4. They're going to turn out, you know, pretty similar because I've got the same old stuff right here wrapped on my table. But if I make these again in a week, I'll probably have all different. Yes, it was a good thing God gave him an extra rib. Yes. No, he does not get jealous over my deceased husband. No. And, but I have heard of husbands that don't want you to even remember. And so, yeah, I'm glad I don't have that. So, because he's my kid's father, and we'll never forget that. You know what we've done? We even, my youngest daughter, whose birthday is today, although of course she gets birthday cards, we sing her happy birthday. In fact, we all sang on the phone on a video happy birthday to her, and we sent that to her today because she's not home. But we changed her birthday because we have so many October birthdays. And Jennifer, that's her birthday today, she is usually the one that is the head honcho on getting everybody's birthday remembered and making sure everybody gets together. She's like the hub, you know. And so when it comes to her birthday, then on the 25th, everybody is so tired of cake because we've already had so many birthdays. And so we changed her birthday. Her birthday is now March 4th. That was her dad's birthday, and she was her dad's pride and joy. I'm telling you, her dad had her spoiled. So March 4th is now her birthday. That's when we celebrate her birthday. That's when she'll have her birthday party, and we'll have cake and ice cream and presents. And we think it's great. We just changed her whole birthday. And so, because she just was stuck in there amongst everybody else, and she just needs her own birthday. So that's her birthday. We changed it. I don't think anybody else has ever changed a birthday. I don't think anybody else is goofy as we are. We're a pretty goofy family. I love it. Yeah, Gloria, you have your deceased husband, do you? Yeah. And yours. See, my husband had early onset Alzheimer's disease, which means they get it very young. And so his started showing up in his 40s, and he passed away at 54. And so, and the sad thing is that his brother also passed away the same year of the same problem. And that was very sad. So they both had the same thing, and their dad had the same thing. So of course our children are a little bit concerned, but they said, nope, we're not going to have no tests. We're just going to see what happens. Because they could have a test to find out if they had that defective gene, but they decide, no, we're not going to do it. And so that's their choice. So okay, so now I've got how many layers? I've put this is layer number, the tape, and then the ribbon, and then so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th wrapping on here. But because when I do a little short one, because I showed you where we were doing, hi Patricia Stubbs, so good to see you. When I do the real short ones, you don't really have a lot of space. Actually, after you wrap them a couple times, you've covered over the original color. You've already covered that up by the time you put on some a couple layers of fun on your bead. So on the long ones, when you make a long one like this, you can still see every bit of what you've put on there. You can see it all. See how they're getting all fancy schmancy now? Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start using my wire. And I use this copper wire. And I'm going to take a long piece here. I'm going to have it about, I'm going to take about 2 feet of this wire. And I'm going to take this wire. Hi, Gracie. I can see you. I can see you now, Gracie. You can't hide. Now, and now see, this is where the tube, I just run that wire through the tube of the ink pen. And I get it about halfway. And then I got 2 pieces here. I got some on this side and some on this side. It might be a little long, but I'd rather have it long than too short. This one I did, it was too short, so I fastened 2 pieces together because I wanted it to be longer. Okay, now I take one of these ends that I have, and I'm going to put that on pointy side first, and that's going to go down into that pen and just kind of be a little, not a bead. No, you know what? On this one, I'm not going to do that. See how you can change your mind? Instead, I'm going to do a little bead. I am going to do a little bead first. a little bead. Let me see. Where's the hole? Where? There it is. Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm putting the bead on that one. This other thing was not kind of holding too well. Okay, now I'm going to put, oh, I need a little piece of something like this. Wait a minute, where'd my thingy go? This. Okay, I'm going to use this little round. You can use a toothpick or something, but if you take a pen apart, you'll have that part of that refill. And I'm just going to wrap. I'm wrapping that around 3 times tightly. And so then I have that spiral above the bead. And then I'm going to just kind of swash it flat so it's a loop. Okay. And then I'm going to go to the other end. Now that's tight on that end. It's not going to pull through. Now I'm going to pull another bead. I'm going to put a bead on this end. Now, if you wanted to, now you could put bead caps on there if you want, and whatever you may have. You could even, like I say, you can use this off of the pen as a bead cap even. There we go. I'll put that on there. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to wind this end. I'll go around that 3 times. So there's 3. Make sure that's pulled tight, and then I'll take this and I'll squeeze it. So it's because I'm going to put a jump ring. I'm going to need a jump ring on there. Now I'm going to Patricia's going through a lot of. Oh, is Veronica in here? Oh my gosh. Hi, Veronica. It is so good to see you in here. That's wonderful. Yes, Veronica. I've been thinking about you a lot and wondering why in the world have I not been watching her? Well, I was watching you make a spider. But I guess I've not been watching as many videos as I would like to. Okay, I'm going to put, here's some really pretty beads. I'm going to just put a few of these beads on this wire now. Here, I've got to try and keep myself in frame. Baby's asleep. That baby is growing so fast, Veronica. Oh my gosh, I still expect him to be an infant, and no, he's just, how old is he now, Veronica? He's a big boy, I'm telling you, and so handsome. He's just growing up. How old is he, Veronica? How old is the baby? Dakota's his name, right? So cute. I'm thinking oh, he's 9 months. Gosh, see, time does fly by. Yeah, he's a big boy. I thought he might have even been more than 9 months. Okay, so now I'm going to take this wire and wrap it a couple times. I got the beads here. I'm holding on to the beads as I wrap the wire. Wait a minute, I got that bead out there. I haven't worked that there yet. And I'm going to wrap it a little bit just to hold that tight up at the top. And go around. Now I'm going to just start spiraling the wire, but just leave one bead there and then one bead there and then another bead there. So then you see the copper wire in between the beads. That's fun. You could cover the whole wire up too if you so chose. but I'm going to let on this one anyway. I'm going to let some of that wire show. Okay, and now I got that down to the end, so I've only got about 1 inch left there. So I'm going to get my needle nose, or whatever you call these little ones with the round tips on it. I'm going to just twist, just make that twist that right there. Okay, and then let me see, before I put those beads on that one, I'm going to try to wrap it. Wire wrapping is still new to me, but I want to learn more about wire wrapping. I saw, well, actually, I saw a video where the man's hand was showing on something, but it showed up like he had, there was a stone on the ring, but it was all wire wrapped, and then the ring. And I looked at that and I said, wow, I loved it. And so I said, I have got to learn how to do that, because I would love to make a ring like that. Can't hardly wear rings. I bought 2 silicone rings thinking I could wear them, but I wore them for like a week, and every bit of my skin underneath them just got so sore and started peeling. My skin doesn't like not being able to breathe. Okay, so now this one, I am just wrapping it. I didn't put any beads on this one. I could have if I wanted to, but I didn't want to. So I'm going to wrap that as far as it'll go, then tuck it underneath that other wire. And then I will make another little spiral with the end, and that holds that nice and tight so that it won't undo. See, because I put it underneath. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is reach over here in my area that is in such a mess, and not really in a mess, it's just got a lot of supplies. An area that's got a lot of supplies. Okay, so I'm going to need to have jump rings. Let me just put a few of them down here for myself. Okay, so that's jump rings. And then, oh, where did I put my charms? Did I bring? Silly Elizabeth, they're right in there with the jump rings. My son got me my Nana bracelet yesterday. Oh, Grace, that's wonderful. Is that your first Nana item? First of many. Oh my gosh. I have so many grandma things. Okay, I'm going to just put a few little charms down here. I've got a collection of charms. I found out you could get charms like really cheap on AliExpress, and boy, I just shopped and shopped and shopped. Got me cheap charms. And so I have charms to last me the rest of my life. Okay, the rest of my entire life. So there, I'll just put those there. Now, and then, because now what I'll do is those little twisties that I made at the end of the wire, the little twisties. I gotta get this. I keep pulling like this, so I guess I might as well put the camera that way. Okay, now I'm going to get a jump ring, and I'm going to I'm going to put a jump ring on that little place where I put that little spinet of wire where I spin it around. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to put a charm there. So I have a charm. I'll have two charms hanging on the bead other than the one that's at the bottom. Okay, and so there. Make sure I get that. So then that little owl is hanging right there. I think that's pretty. And then I have another, where did I make that other little spiral? Oh, it's right there at the end of that other piece of wire. So I'll get another jump ring. And I'll open that little boogeyman up. That little boogeyman. Little boogeyman. There we go. And put that into that little spiral I made so that I can attach another and I think I'm going to put my little doxy dog. I just love my little dachshunds. And oh goodness, get on there, little guy. And then let's close that up again. There we go. Now, so there. Now that's everything that I'm going to put on the bead for now. And then at top, I will put a lobster clasp. I want to get some larger lobster clasps, which when I order something off of Ally, it's like in millimeters or centimeters or whatever the meters are. And I don't know the difference. And so I got just these little ones, but I know they'll have bigger ones too, and I'll order them. Okay, so I have a lobster clasp at the top. I could actually even put a charm up there if I think I'm going to. I want a charm up there too. Because I don't have, yeah, I want a charm up there. I like more and more and more pretty. Now, is that true or am I just seeing double? My eyeballs is seeing double. That's only one. Okay, so I'm going to take this little cross. That's a pretty cross. And I'm going to put that. I got to open that up just a little bit more. I try not to open the jump rings any more than I have to, because then I want them open just enough to get them where I want to go so that they close up better when I go to close them. There we go. So now I have the lobster clasp to clasp it to something, but then it is still got a little cross there. Now at the bottom, I'm going to take one of these beads here. These here beads that I have were sent to me by a subscriber. They had put the beads already together and made the little dangles. And I have just enjoyed them so much. And so, and I've almost used all of them, so I will be making more. I need to make some more before I run completely out. Because then I'll have them to use. And if I let them run completely out, I might not even remember what I want to make. So before I run out, I want to make some more. And like I say, I like to do stuff like get it in a like an assembly line here and get them all going. And so then here we have, this has got, I would call this one finished now. Got the little lobster clasp, and the bead is covered with things. It's got the owl here, it's got a cross on here, it's got the little dachshund here, and this bead at the bottom. And so now if you were to take this and just get a long ribbon that you could use for a bookmark, put the long ribbon on there, have that in your book as a bookmark, and this hanging on the outside of it. And I mean, make sure your ribbon that you're using for a bookmark is long enough that it hangs almost below the journal too, so you don't lose it. But that's pretty. I like that one. So that's, see how different each. Now this one here, I tied some Sorry Silk ribbon on there too to give it a little bit more. And on this one I won't tie. I'll let that one be like that. I might, this one I probably will, because this one is a little bit, it needs some color. And so now I get my, this is when I get my piece of wire, and then I'm going to go through the pen barrel. Wait, let me shove it this way. There we go. And get it kind of even there. And then I'm going to put a bead on, yeah. I'm going to put a bead on either end. These beads are so pretty. They look like they're cracked. And ordered them from AliExpress. I find very good deals ordering from AliExpress if you don't mind waiting, because it does take a while for the shipping to get to you, but as long as you know that ahead of time. And there are some people that say that you shouldn't explain where you buy your things if you buy them from overseas, but there's no problem with that. In fact, YouTube encourages you to let people know, especially if you're doing something like this, is where you get your supplies. And they don't care where you get them. They're not going to put you in jail or anything. There's no law against buying from China. You're just avoiding the middleman. The stores are usually the middleman. So yeah, I order from China, because you can't hardly find things that are not made in China. Now, I do have one person on Etsy that I order beads from. They're expensive though. But a lot of the things I order from people, because somebody makes these, they're glass, they melt the glass, and they're so pretty. And so you put them on special projects, but I like to order things from people who make them themselves, who make their own, our own artists. Okay, what am I doing? Lizard breath. Let's see, this one needs the color. This is the one that has not got enough color. So I'm going to put some of these beads. These are just plastic beads that I don't know where I got these ones from. Actually, I think I took a necklace apart. I do that too. I like to buy costume jewelry, and don't call myself names. Did I call myself a name again? Oh no. What is the name of the company where you buy treats? I just go into AliExpress and then I put what I'm looking for. And then I just put beads, whatever, and it'll just show you gobs and gobs of beads. So yeah, I just go to AliExpress. Well, I guess Miss Stacy is live. Now it says in 30 minutes again. I thought it already said that. So she's live if you all want to watch her. I mean, I want you to watch me, but some people, yeah, I've got the fibromyalgia. That's one of my friend old fibromyalgia. Yep. And then, I don't know if you can see this bruise. I got a little bruise right here. I have arthritis in my thumbs. And the weirdest thing is, when the arthritis gets real bad, it'll bruise from the inside and come out. And so I get this bruise every once in a while and it's bruised again. But a bruise will start on the inside. I'm not getting notices at all from YouTube. Sheesh. But I'm sticking with you. Thank you, darling. See that? You're just awesome. You're just awesome. Awesome as the rain. That is, doctor, how come that bruise just comes and goes? He said, that's from your arthritis. It just bruises it from the inside. So, well, how in the world do they just treat me that way? That's okay. I don't mind arthritis. One of those things. You don't worry about that stuff. You worry about those major organs. You don't want them going rusty on. Okay, now I will put some on this side. So depending on what you use for decorating your beads, and gosh, you can just use anything you have. Well, but see, if the arthritis because my arthritis in my thumbs, it does not hurt constant. It hurts only every once in a while. If I turn my thumb like just right, or just wrong, then it will be horrible pain. And what it does is it will bother a vein underneath the skin and cause the bruising to come from under the skin, not actually from over the skin. And so, and it's always in that same place, always in the same old place. And it's right where that arthritis hurts, in that one spot. Yeah, and your thumbs get it. Your thumbs get it. But I told my doctor, because I seen the doctor just 2 days ago. No, yesterday. I saw him yesterday. And I told him what I got for my birthday. He says, that'll be really good because you're going to give your thumbs a lot of exercise and that'll be good for your arthritis. I says, oh, that's good to know. So I will play. I had to get the game for medicinal purposes. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty darn cool. So now I will just put these. Let's see how I'll get that in there. I'll just get that wrapped around there somehow to where that wire is wrapped around the other part of the wire. And then there we go. These are pretty. This will be fun to send out in Happy Mails or something. I have not gotten enough Happy Mails sent out. I try to send out as much as I get, you know, pay it forward. No, I get a lot more than what I get mailed out. That's, if the truth be told. Okay, so here I'll put the lobster clasp at the top. Gloria says, I just think my body hates me. Doesn't realize inside I'm only 25. The 71-year-old body keeps reminding me. Yes. You know, I just turned 69 and so even when my kids were over on my birthday, I says, do you realize this just in 364 days I'm going to be 70? It's just like that 70 number just seems so big. My son says, just enjoy being 69 for a year before you worry about being 70. But I feel like I have been blessed because my mom and dad both died in their early 60s. My mom with pulmonary embolisms, my dad with heart attack. And so I feel like I'm blessed to be alive still, since my family has a history of dying young. But then both my mom and dad, they said that doctors was quacks, you know, and they wouldn't go. And so, yeah, they both didn't live to tell about it very long. And my poor daddy, he was waiting to retire. He was almost ready to retire. He died the day after they got home from vacation. They must have went wild on their vacation. Them two. And so I'm putting a dachshund. I got a lot of dachshunds. Where'd my thingy? Oh, right there next to the snake. Ooh. Yep. So I am blessed. I am blessed to still be here and enjoying my grandchildren and my great grandchildren. My children. My children are awesome. If you don't look at their bad qualities, you know, just avoid looking at them parts. And you can ask my youngest son. He's about the smartest person in the world. Just ask him. He'll tell you. Goofy child. He's an electrician. I'm surprised he hasn't electrocuted himself. Yeah, I got the best kids. When they're asleep, they're the best. There we go. Now see that one? It's completely different than these two. Three. Now I got three. They're all completely different. All beautiful. So then, but I want to have, where did I put those other beads? Oh yeah, these are like the cat's meow. By putting, oh, this one's like an angel. Pretty. Okay. I'll pick out of those. I'm going to pick out of them. Pick out of them to go on the bottom of one of these. What time is it to get in the bead? Well, I still got plenty of time, you guys. It's not my curfew yet. Yes, we are blessed. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. You know, I know some people that really only think about their aches and pains. They don't think about the things that are not aching. And they don't think about things that are not their aches and pains, that aren't aching. Like my elbows. My elbows is fine. Nothing hurts in my elbows. And so, you know, so there you go. My thumb, I got arthritis in it, but I don't have arthritis in these knuckles. I got arthritis in this here finger, but I don't have any in these other ones. If it is, they don't hurt. Doesn't hurt here. This finger and my thumb. That's all. My elbows don't hurt. My wrists, they don't hurt usually, or they unhurt more than they hurt. So yeah, I don't want to complain. I just want to be. I'm like I might be 69 years old, but I don't feel it. I do not feel anywhere near 69 years old. Nowhere near it do I feel it. And so yeah, there's I can next time somebody asks me how old I am, I'm gonna tell them I'm 31. I just look pretty old for my age. I'll have to ask them if they want to know my inner age or my outer age. Yeah, aren't some of these beads, dude? Look at this. Now these were sent to me by, gosh, it looks like it from India or something. You know how they have such beautiful things in India? Beautiful things. And so, yeah, these beads are beautiful. Just beautiful. Now, what am I doing, Elizabeth? Elizabeth, are you doing anything important? Oh, see how it is? Yep, that's right, Maria. You've got to be, yeah, you've got to be positive as much as possible. And I'm finding I can't even hang around with negative people. Just can't. It's just it gives me the heebie-jeebies. And so my husband, he's so funny. He was saying something negative about some politician or something. And I says, he was saying that somebody was in, like a butthole or something. I said, Papa, you got to think more positive. He goes, I'm thinking positive. I'm positive he's a butthole. Or she, whoever it was he was talking about, I can't remember. He cracked me up. I'm positive he's a butthole. Oh gosh, he keeps me in stitches. I swear he's so funny sometimes. And that's not what I mean by thinking positive. Oh geez. I just love him. He's lucky I love him. Anybody else would have kicked him to the curb a long time ago. Now I keep telling him that you're sure lucky I love you. Yeah, huh? You'd have been kicked to the curb a long time ago. Not really. I would never kick him to the curb. We had such a nice evening this evening after dinner. We went out and sat outside because our chickens don't lay eggs anymore. So they're out of their pen more than they're in. And so because they don't lay eggs, now they're retired. And so they like to be out of the pen. See, because we kept them in the pen most of the time because otherwise you can't find where they're laying their eggs. And so we sat out there with them today. We just put the lawn chairs out there near their pen and we near their where they were living. I mean, under the tree. And oh, what am I doing? And we fed them some bread and stuff, and they just sit right there with us. That was good. That was nice. And it's so cool. It's so cool out there right now where it's been, hot, hot. And you can't hardly sit out there. You just sweat. But the weather's been just cooling down just a little bit and humidity's been better. So we sat out there with our coffee and watched the chickens and we chatted with them, chatted with the chickens. Oh, wait a minute. I don't want that yet. We like to chat with our chickens. And so, and they're having so much fun just running free. We kind of, I gotta go check them after I'm done here. I'm gonna go see if they went in. I think they go in their pen to roost at night, which if they did, then I'm gonna shut the door and then let it open again in the morning. So I just love our chickens. Oh my gosh, no, we're not going to eat our chickens. There is no way we would eat our chickens. Holy smokes. No. Mm-mm. I eat chicken, but I'll eat somebody else's chicken. I eat the chicken that they just make up at the grocery store. They just invent it, make it out of plastic or something. They've never been real chickens. Oh, it's been cold in the Blue Ridge Mountains of North Carolina. Oh, I mean, my daughter is in Tallahassee, which is 3.5 hours drive from here up. And just up that far above us, I mean, north of us, she says it's cold in the mornings. Now it's cool here in the mornings, but it's not cold. And so she's much cooler than what we are here. Okay, now stay over there. I didn't do that exactly right, so this one will be different. It's different. It's okay if it's different. Oh, dear. It's going to be different. Everyone turns out different. Okay, that one will go right there. Like that. With those beads around there. And then I will put some beads on here as well. When I look in hopefully it's just my monitor, but it looks like my hands are orange. Maybe they're orange. Maybe it's just my eyeballs. 28. Oh, that's cold. Boy, we are stuck here in Florida. I could not deal. In fact, this evening, Papa said, if you weren't having the live stream tonight, we could build us a fire out here, make us a little campfire. So we'll do that probably tomorrow night. If it's still that cool, I mean, we'll build us a little campfire. Maybe we'll get some marshmallows for Jeffrey to roast. Yeah, I guess marshmallows aren't on my eating plan anymore. I'd eat one. Everything's in moderation. So if I eat it and eat it slow and savor the flavor. Yeah, I think I am changing. Do I look orange? I look orange. What would make me turn orange? But it does look orange. But when I look at my hand, it doesn't look orange. But when I look in the screen, it looks orange. That's weird. That's weird. Be orange. Be weird to be orange. You guys might be neighbors. That's funny. You guys have. Patricia, what did you say the name of the town was where you lived? I'm just going to look you up. Was it Groveland? Seems like you said, because I wanted to see how far you are away from my son who lives in Conchi. What is it? Cochi? Concho? Concho, yeah. Oh my gosh, Malaya, you're baking a ham in your 1917 wood kitchen stove tomorrow in the cold rain. Oh, that is awesome. Malaya, that would be right up my alley. Glendale. Okay, Glendale. That's what I wanted to look at. Glendale. I gotta write that down. Glendale. Yeah, I couldn't remember. And so I couldn't remember what you said. Yep, he's in Concho. Hi, Olga. Alabama. I love Alabama. Alabama Crimson Tide. Wow. I would love it if you made a video of it, Malaya. I'd love that. You use the wood stove every day? Oh, that's awesome. That is awesome. Wow. Yeah. See, I could go back to the 1800s and be so comfortable and so happy. I that's I was born in the wrong era. I was born just in the wrong era because I would love, and I like to read stories that take place with the Amish because I love the Amish way of life. I just love it. I feel like it is so simple. And I love simple. I just love simple. A horse and carriage, I would love it. So, but yeah, I would make a good Amish person. Or just go back to the pioneer days. Little house on the prairie. It's gas and wood. Wow. I bet it is awesome. Do you live in an old house? Oh, yeah, that's true. I wouldn't be able to chat with you guys. We'd have to send snail mail letters. Hi, Pat. Yes, I'm making my boho beads, but I'm using different kind of beads to decorate the boho beads. So, and what I'm using to make the beads is when you empty a pen when you empty a pen or your pen doesn't work, then you just take it apart and you have a tube. You have a tube, and I use that tube as the base for this BoHo bead. So it's as long as a pen. I've got a piece of copper wire running through it that I put on after I actually decorate the bead. And I just keep adding things, just keep adding. Now, let me see, I could take, see, then I have this, I have a lot of this, sorry ribbon. And see, then I could even add just a little bit of ribbon, just tie that on there, just to give it even a little bit more pizzazz, because we do look for pizzazz. I really need to make a video showing what I'm doing with my little house that I'm making, a bohemian style house in my gypsy bohemian kind of way. And I think it's going to be awesome, but it's going to have a lot of gypsy bohemian kind of, very colorful, very shiny, very glittery, very, and I may be completely off track, but these are fun. These are so much fun, and you can just use them for many different things. But like here, I put this ribbon on this one, and so you could hang it from like your rear view mirror in your car, or you could just, I have got a little tree that I had bought it at Easter time, and it's just a four, it had little eggs on it that you could just put in the center of your table. And I thought it would be fun just to make a whole bunch of beads and just hang it from my little tree. The tree's only about 1.5 feet tall. And I think it'd be fun to just cover it, make it my BoHo tree, because I like to decorate it for the different seasons. And yeah, that's what I like to do. Yep, that's what it's about. And so I like color. I like vintage, where you're using a lot of muted colors. I love, I do vintage a lot. I don't do a lot of shabby chic. I don't do that. I don't do that well. I don't know why yet. But now see, that's more of very muted colors and light, fluffy colors and beautiful stuff. But I don't know why. I just can't get into doing that. I have done a couple of items and they've turned out okay. But they've turned out all right. But I just can't get into it. And there's some people that do is shabby chic. But I kind of have to keep going back and forth, and I like to sometimes I want to be very colorful, sometimes I want to be vintage. It just keeps going back and forth. And so sometimes I like rustic. And so I always have like so many things going at one time. And it's rare that I actually finish things. I do finish things. So I do finish things. Sometimes I finish things, not often. Now I'm going to put this. Do I want to put that, or no? I think I want to put this. Yeah, this is going to go on the bottom of this one, and then this one would do better on the bottom of that one, I think. This one will go on the bottom of this one. Disco here and disco there. Then we do the discotheque. Oh, there's Tanya. Hi. Or bye, Tanya. Are you leaving, Tanya, or are you coming in? Oh, I see. Yep, it's a long bead. It's as long as an ink pen. It's as long as an ink pen, because that's what we used. We used the ink pen barrel as the base of the bead. So now when you have a pen that runs out of ink, don't throw it away. And you can cut them in half. But I did try to cut one in half and it just kind of splintered, but I figure I need like a little coping saw. Alabama Roll Tide. Absolutely. Roll Tide. Yep. My granddaughter is. Well, she's an Alabama girl, and her husband is like so into the Alabama, into the Crimson Tide. They even have Crimson Tide curtains on their living room windows. I'm telling you. Their bed sheets, their bed linens. I'm just looking to see if I want to put a charm. No, I think I'll leave that one just like that for now. Then I just need to put my wire through this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I didn't put a beautiful bead on this one. I put the doxy down there, but I didn't give it a beautiful bead. It's got to have a beautiful bead. A beautiful bead. So, got to have a jump ring and add that down there with my little doxy. Because it's got to have a beautiful bead. The little doxy's already beautiful, but we can't have too much beautiful. Oh, you have an Alabama Christmas tree? Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that is awesome. Oh, my goodness. Tanya McGuire, did I say hello to you, my dear love? And Lore, I didn't see you either. You have to excuse me if I don't say hi to you, because I have to make sure I look down here and then I look up there and then I look down and then I look up and I miss a lot. You have a cousin that works in Birmingham. Birmingham is about the scariest town. I'm telling you, because we went up there whenever my granddaughter was having her last baby, and she was having it at a hospital in Birmingham, having her little baby. It wasn't it was a girl. It still is a girl, Ella Grace. And so we went up there. When we first got up there, we went straight to her house, which we had to go through Alabama to get there. And I says, and it was in the night, and I'd seen all them lights. I says, is that Birmingham? And my daughter said, yep, that's Birmingham. I said, holy smokes, because we're up on the high road, and we're looking down, and it was just a sea of lights. I said, how in the world do people even? And then she was having a C-section, so we had to be at the hospital like at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's when she had to be at the hospital. So we're all going, the traffic already. I mean, there's like 6 levels of highway. And they in one road could be 5 or 6 different roads. I mean, you get in this lane and you're on one highway. If you get in this lane, you're in another highway. And this is, I says, how in the world do you even find your way around here without going stark raving berserk? Why won't this go through here? Why is it giving me a hard time? Why? That's what I want to know. Why? Why is it giving me a hard time? But oh my gosh. And then we left the hospital one time, and because my granddaughter wanted to have what she wanted to have something, Taco Bell or something she wanted, or Chick-fil-A. She wanted something from Chick-fil-A. And so we put Chick-fil-A into the GPS, and it took us, oh my gosh. I said, how in the world do people live here? Because that was spooky. Oh, I've never been in Chicago, and I probably wouldn't want to. No, I probably wouldn't want to go through Chicago. I would have a nervous breakdown and just die. We went through Atlanta, Georgia one time, and that was spooky. That was spooky. Holy smoke. And that's been years ago. I'm sure it's worse now. I'm sure it's worse now. Boston, probably all those big towns. And I'm thinking too, like in California, San Diego and Sacramento. I'm thinking that those are probably rough too. We think about our traffic down here in Florida. I don't think we really have anything to complain about compared to some of those big cities. Montreal, Canada. Oh. Hi, Joy Robinson. You're new. You're new and you live in Alabama. And Joy, seems like your name is very familiar. You live in Alabama. What part of Alabama are you? From Alabama, with banjo on my name. The speed limit was 35 and construction going on and everyone driving 65 and pushing you out of the way. Oh my gosh. I don't try to go into Canada by accident without passport. They strongly don't like it. Oh my gosh. Ha ha. Okay, Joy, yes, you sent me a happy mail. Oh, yes, you did. So when you said you were new, then I thought, but you couldn't be new because I know you. And thank you. You are the best. I have gotten such beautiful happy emails from my beautiful subscribers, which spoil me absolutely totally rotten. And I don't mind it. I do not mind being spoiled. I love being spoiled. I hate, it's kind of fun. When I get a box of, oh gosh, when I get a box of Happy Mail, it's like I go through that box and it's like Inspiration City. Whoa. I get so excited with all the new things. And I said, ooh, I can make this. 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 And then I say, ooh, I'll try to make this. But then sometimes somebody sends me a tricky thing and I think, I don't think I know how to make this. Northwest Alabama. That's where my granddaughter is, kind of northwest Alabama. She's somewhere. Warrior, Alabama, with a banjo on her knee. Yes. Albertville. I've heard of Albertville. Hmm. Whenever I lived in Minnesota, which was a very long, long time ago, um, we used to a lot of time just go for Sunday drives. My dad would take us. I was only 14 when we moved to Florida, but a lot of times we'd go driving up around and we'd go in Canada, but we didn't have passports. So I wonder if in the 1950s, and we moved down here in 63. So I wonder if you didn't need a passport back then, or if we was just breaking the law. I don't know. Hi, Renee, Little Red Wagon. Renee, that's my friend. Yes, the world is a small place. Okay, I didn't think you did because we would just ride up into Canada back then. And my dad would say, let's go take us just a Sunday drive to Canada. And that's what we did. And so, and I didn't think we needed to have a passport. I didn't think so. Oh, Elizabeth Marie. I'm starting to get a little bit, I'm not used to this, caring for a child. And so I get tired, but I'm enjoying it. I'm not complaining. I know my 2 weeks will go by quickly. Jen said she might, just come home for a week and be home for a week and then go back up there for 2 more weeks. But she said she would definitely come home for a week because she misses her little Jeff. Oh, see, now I got that same, that's weird. Now, see, I've gotten that same notification about Stacy coming on live in 30 minutes. So they must have something all goofed up. Huh. Your name is Lisa Marie after Elsa's daughter. Do you know my daughter that's name is Tommy Sue. Her name was going to be Lisa Marie. But then my friend Tommy Sue, who is like so awesome and I love her to death. And she was there kind of with me, and at the last minute I changed her name to Tommy Sue. I said, I'm just gonna name her Tommy Sue just like you. That's what I said to my friend. She goes, oh, do not name her Tommy Sue. I said, I already did. Her name's Tommy Sue. Yeah. Some people choose weird names. I'm one of them. Oh, okay. What do I have here? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Roll Tide. Oh, are you, Anne? Are you talking about what? Could you hear me humming? I'm a hummer. I'm telling you. I'm a hummer. I just love humming. I hum a lot. If I'm not running my mouth talking, I'm usually humming. And usually when I'm humming, I hum very old songs. Very old. Like very old songs, like hymns, old hymns. I love them. They make me think of my grandmom. They make me, I just love them. I just love them. They are sing along songs. I don't, I'm not able to go to church anymore. I can't, I just can't sit there in church. And there's other things too, but I like to go to a church. If I were to go, I want to go to one that sings all the old songs. But I don't know. There's not a whole lot of them anymore. They've come to sing in the new age songs, and I just don't know the words. I don't know the words, and they just don't have the catchy tunes and stuff. And it's okay. I can sing them at home. And then I play them the best I can on the piano. The church I did belong to turned out, it started being so not patriotic, political. I mean, I don't think the preacher should get up there and preach about politics. No, no. I says, nope, that's not why I'm here. I don't watch the news because I don't want to hear about politics. So, yeah, it's all good. It is all good. Now, this one, gosh, I'm starting to see double here. Let me see. I can't see. There we go. I think. There we go. Yeah. But then I want to take another little jump ring. I wonder if I put these glasses of mine on, if I would help. Oh, does it, Ann? Your church sings a lot of the old songs? Yeah, I love the old songs. Tell me an old story. I like the old ones. The new ones now that they come up with that I've heard, I don't even call them, they're not hymns anymore. They're, contemporary something else. They're not hymns, they're songs. Maybe they are hymns, and maybe I'm wrong, but it's good. There. Now that one, look at that one at the bottom. Isn't that pretty? It's got this bead and then the little angel. That's the long one. Now see, that one would go good in a car hanging from the rear view mirror. And then this bead that makes the angel, it would it's like a prism. That's pretty. See, I like these. I like these. You can just do anything you please. Just that's what these were. All these could have been ink pens in the garbage, but they're not. They're not ink pens in the garbage. They are beautiful bohemian dangles. Colorful, colorful, colorful. See that? Now I have 5. This morning I had none. Now I have 5. I think they're very, very pretty. I like them a lot. Oh, so what time is it getting to be? Oh, look at that. I usually time it like on perfect because I say 2 hours, I 2 hours is what I give myself for my live stream. Then I have to get up and move around, and I have to do that. I think everybody needs to do that. You can't sit down just in one position too long, and so it took me 2 hours to do these. I think I did good. So anyway, what I'm going to do, so you all try one of these. And like I say, they're long because that is an ink pen. That's one of these pen tubes. When your pen runs out of ink, just take it apart. You can use this metal tip on the front. You can use that as a bead cap. You can use the actual refill part. You can cut the point off of it, and then you've got another little tube that you can make using a shorter bead, or there's probably other things too. And then some of my pens have these little rubber grips on them, and they're pretty colors. There would be probably something you could do with these. They might even fit on a pencil. To put a pencil, use as oh, that's too big for that pencil, but this one might be smaller. Oh, that one fits on that pencil. Because sometimes you can buy those pencil grips, and there's one that you have on a pen instead of throwing it away. So then you've got a pencil grip. So yeah, we just want to recycle. Now I haven't figured out what I can do with the caps. So we'll have to think of something, because look at the pretty colors there are in the caps. So there has to be something also. I mean, even if we have to take it apart and just use the ends, the flat pieces, there has to be something. Yes, we'll put our heads together and we'll come up with something. But yeah, they're beautiful. You can't throw beautiful things away. Okay, I need to get moving here, and I'm going to pick. Oops. You know what I just did? I spilled my cards all over the floor. So that's okay. I'll pick this one. Um, Now these here are affirminators cards. Look, if they got the little unicorn on it. And these were sent to me by a subscriber, but it was an anonymous subscriber. And so I just thought that was so I thought that was very awesome. But let's see what this one says. This one says, good things to come. There are so many amazing gifts coming my way. I can't see them now because I respect the general convention of not peeking under the wrapping paper. But they will show up when the time is just right. And that's when I'll remember how much fun it is to be surprised. Now, you know what? That is pretty cool. Now, that is pretty cool. When you think about that. And I'm gonna now let's see what this one says. Wait a minute. Oh, put these glasses on. This one says abundance. Congratulations. It seems you're due for a little piece of abundance pie. Feel like feel like you don't deserve it? Knock it off. It's already plated and ready to hit your table. Reluctant to take it? Shut your hole. Abundance pie is big enough to serve everyone. So get your whipped cream ready, unless you're lactose intolerant, and enjoy your well deserved metaphorical dessert. These are a little different than the ones I'm used to reading, my affirmations. But you know what? I still like to read them and think about them. You know, you read it and then you think about what that just said. If it doesn't, you know, I do. I have to think about a lot of things. There's sometimes I'll read a card out of one of my collections, and I read a card out of one of my collections, and I don't get it right away. I just don't get it right away, and it might be an hour later. I'll say, "Oh, that's what that was saying," and I go back and I look, and it all makes sense. And so that's what a lot of times these cards are too. Is that, you know, after a while, you'll get it if you don't get it right away. I thank you everyone for coming by and hanging out with me. You know, when I see that there's so many people on live stream at the same time I'm on, but you're here, that just warms my heart. And but give everybody a chance, you know, go see other people too, because there's so many awesome YouTubers out there that we learn so much from. So I'm going to ask you all to have a very good week till I see you next Thursday. And I'm going to ask God to watch over you every step you take, every move you make, and keep you safe and keep you happy till next week. And I love you all, and God bless. And where's my mouse? Oh, here it is. In the mouse trap. Good night.